How's it going, everyone? John here and Zach here from the Seemingly Unknown podcast for episode 31. Paul is not here today. Neither is the rest of my facial hair. Paul is out with the Beagle the Devil, so Zach and I are trying to finagle our way here for recording schedule, but we figured we'd record an episode for you, episode 31, in the books, and Zach's birthday is in a couple days as well, so happy early birthday.
Thanks. Thank you very much for saying that. It is my birthday in a couple days. It is going to be my birthday. I'm excited. I don't know how old I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be 38.
Are your kids at the age where they're kind of like, oh my God, my parents are so old? Like, do they comprehend like age yet, or like numbers like that where it's like, ugh?
No, Ollie loves to say how old I am all the time. Like he loves to, like, I'll go, I know how old you are. I'll go, how old? And I'll go 37. I'll go, yeah, that's right. Oh, so yeah, okay. There you go. I'm turning 38. I'm 37 currently. I'll be turning 38. So damn. Yeah, like he likes to do that. He likes to talk about like how old I am. I mean, but it's not like you're so old.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They went we did what did you do for Halloween?
I did nothing on Sunday. My younger sister's her boyfriend.
Yeah, bro. What's his name, dude?
Jamie. We all wear heels together. No, so he flew in with my sister to surprise my parents, and so we Sunday watch football and whatever. He's a Broncos fan. We're all Patriots fans. We just whatever. But Saturday, we had a big Halloween party at my house. A bunch of family friends, people from college and high school. We all had a Greek theme, which is why I dressed like a pan or a satyr. But the people were gods. Some guy had a great Hades costume. Hera, there's some Greek soldiers. It was fun. Had a lot of beer. But I kind of miss – we have no trick-or-treaters come to our house the last 5-6 years.
I was going to ask, like, so what kind of neighbor – your parents obviously have some land and you live on that land.
Right, so – there's a ton of neighbors. I mean, the neighbors everywhere. It's just all the kids I grew up with when I moved to that area in 2000. And my sisters,
adults now?
They all moved out of town, and so it's all. It's just it's unfortunate. No, they were all killed. And it's unfortunate. But I just kind of miss. Like the one thing I miss being a father. As a parent, and you can attest to this, or obviously Paul could too. That the little things like taking your kids trick-or-treating, I look so forward to that because I just love the idea of the parents can be together drinking some beers in their coffee cups and walking around with a stupid mask on while their kids are having a blast. Because that's what I grew up in. I just love seeing my parents take us around all the way up until, until I was 14. And so I do miss seeing kids out there doing that stuff.
Yeah, it was. So Saturday, what did we do Saturday?
You had some Slipknot mask on. I don't know what day of the week that was.
That was Sunday. I don't know what we did. What did we do Saturday? I feel like we did something Saturday. I don't know. Man, I'm so confused. So Sunday we went over to Germantown, to where the Moores live. We went to the Moores house, and the kids trick-or-treated. We walked all the way around the neighborhood and did like the whole deal. So that was cool. Like we had fun doing that. And then, man, I don't remember what we did Saturday.
They were the Ghostbusters. Your kids were the Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Saturday, we went over to my buddy TJ's house, and we do that every year. We, did some skeet shooting. That was fun. I got a video of Ollie shooting a 410 and Avery shooting a 410.
Badass.
Yeah. And they were actually pretty good shots too. I'll put that in here, and this one here. All right, pull the hammer back. Fire when you're ready. Shot. Boom.
Better than Alice Baldwin.
Listen, they know where to aim. Let's just say that. They both shot a clay that was, sitting on something. Ollie attempted to shoot some clays flying, like the same way we were shooting them. It did not work out. As soon as he yelled pull, he would shoot. So there was like no gap.
He had such control of the firearm. Like there was no like kickback really. Now, obviously I do, you're kind of helping whatever, but he looked like he knew what he was doing.
So here's the thing about Oliver. Between I have a lot of guns, and both of his grandfathers have a lot of guns, and his my wife's dad, who's here, they're here right now visiting. He will take Ollie in the man cave and show him like gun stuff, and they love looking at gun magazines and all this stuff. So my 5-year-old, as much as he loves guns, if you try to hand Oliver, it doesn't matter what kind of gun, paintball gun, pellet gun, if you try to hand Oliver a gun, he will say, "Is it loaded?" Literally any gun. He goes, "Is it loaded?" And you say no, and he'll go, "Show me. Show me that it's not loaded." And what he means by that is pull out the clip, pull a slide back, and show me that it's not open. I don't know, unless you're from like the 1800s, you're shooting like an old Colt or something. There's no slide on that. But so he does that. So he's very firearm safety oriented, right? Like he knows about all those things. So like he's very like Avery. I felt like if I accidentally, which would never happen, my guns are very much put up. But if I left a gun out, Ollie would be like, "Dad, I found a gun." Ollie would take the clip out and pull the. I never keep one in there, but he would pull it out. That's what Avery would shoot everyone in the house. There's no way I could ever leave a gun out around Avery.
That's how we need a new serial killer to be born right there, folks.
Yeah. So he would do that. So, I mean, for me, like it wouldn't be a good deal. So we went and shot skeet. Ollie's very gun safety conscious. So he was good. It was fun. We watched the Mississippi State football game.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we went over to the Moore's house and we trick-or-treated. I wore my stage-worn Chris Finn Slipknot mask that everyone thought was like, a lot of people on Instagram thought was like an evil Pinocchio mask, I guess.
Slipknot.
A little bit weird. And Chris wore a Michael Myers mask. But it was cool because like what I was saying, like you're talking about your neighborhood. If this where we went felt like when I was a kid. Like, because it was like you would go to every house. And like what's crazy is like what I remember is we were going like right at dusk, right? So like right when it was getting dark. I remember when we were kids, you wouldn't go till that shit was dark, son. Like
street lights.
Pitch black. Yeah, the street lights got to come on for you to go out. Like I ain't trying to go out in the daytime. And you get excited because daylight savings and all that, or fall back or whatever. Like it gets darker earlier. But we started in the kind of dusk when it was still light outside, but we stayed till night. And it's like, I was thinking about like, like how creepy the whole notion of it is. Because Ollie said, "What are we going to do?" I go, "Oh, you're going to go and knock on people's doors and they're going to give you candy." On paper, it's a very weird concept.
You wouldn't do this any other day of the year. You wouldn't. I don't even go door to door if someone gives me the wrong package and walk to the neighbor's house and be like, "Hey, I got your mail." I don't even like doing that. And that's perfectly normal.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. I mean, like I said, and like, nowadays, but like I remember, so I kept that Chris Finn mask on the entire time. And I had a hood up. Granted, I had like a fucking, shores of Massachusetts hoodie on where I looked like I was, in the Hamptons or some shit. So I didn't look too threatening. And but there was this family and the little girl's like staring at me and the mom was like laughing. She's like, "It's okay. She's scared of your mask." And I just stood there and I didn't say anything. And it gave me such a sense of weird fulfillment. Because normally I'd be like, "Oh, it's all right." Like with the mask on, I just stood there and stared at him.
Hell yeah.
And like, it didn't look like I had any kids with me because my kids were up at the door of the whatever house they were going to. So I was just standing there by myself.
Yeah.
With a Slipknot mask on with a long nose, looking creepy as hell. And this lady was like, "Oh, she's just afraid of your mask." Like trying to get me to like say it. And I was like, stood there and stared at her. They probably got the cops called on me.
Have you and Bethany ever role played around Halloween, like different costumes and stuff? I picture you dressing up as like a maybe like a swashbuckler or like just some like weird character one night and just be like, "Hey, let's have some fun." Like the Captain Morgan guy.
I look like the berries and cream guy from the Starburst or Skittles commercials. Berries and cream, berries and cream. Yeah, I got the wig on with the bangs, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
No, my wife have never like really like role played it. I wonder if she'd be into that. I'm kind of into that.
I wonder what
Not
she
like
would.
outfits. Not like I'm not into like outfits, but like I'd be into like other shit. You know,
Like you're dressed like
Wow.
you're dressed like Venkman from Ghostbusters, where your kids are there, and then she comes and dressed like Bowser or whatever, and just like summons like these gargoyles. It's just like that thing. It's just a joke. What are you doing?
Oh, you're talking about her being dressed like Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah, we're just like weird, crazy shit. Where you're just like, dude, what's going on?
I'd be into that, dude. What if we came dressed as like two separate movies though, and like she was like, "Oh, these plots can't connect."
She's like, this doesn't make any sense. This is
And
you're
the
dressed
sex
like
is ruined.
Yeah, City of Angels, and she's like she's some mythical like Lord of the Rings type bullshit. And you're just like, man, I just can't get sorry, honey, I can't get into this. There's way too much elf for me.
I'm into the role play thing. I think that would be fun, dude. I don't know about being outfits. I think I'd be more like a scenario. I'm like more into like scenarios, not like outfits.
So if the four Shinedown guys were in a
there's enough of this shit online, dude. This
I know,
we gotta get Kent. We gotta get Kent to start reading fan fiction about. Dude, that would be the next thing instead of the
what
the movies.
Four characters? What for the four band members? I'm trying to know what characters would you guys be? But you have to be something that's already established as a group of four. Like, what would be like your like?
Oh, like, for like a fetish porn thing?
Yeah,
oh,
sure, like,
Ninja Turtles.
Who would be who?
Barry would be Donatello, kind of wise, has a staff. He looked like he owns a couple staffs anyway. You know what I'm saying? Barry owns a staff, dude. Let's be real. He calls it a walking stick.
Right. None shall pass.
Yeah, he owns a staff for sure.
He's a druid.
I'll be Michelangelo. I'll be the pizza loving kind of young kid, a little wild. Yeah, we're gonna give Leonardo to Eric, and Brent will be Raphael.
You guys gangbang some Splinter lookalike or whatever.
Some chick dressed as Shredder.
Super
it's always
Shredder.
Lisa Ann. It's always Lisa Ann. I feel like Lisa Ann's always the one that's like always like she plays like everything. I remember seeing like an Instagram thing where like whenever the Sarah Palin thing was going on and she like played Sarah Palin, dude, there's like no difference.
I still
looked exactly like her.
I think it's the same person. Someone's faking the other one out.
Dude, that'd be sick. Lisa Ann ran to be the governor of Alaska. That'd be great.
Barry does look like some of the. Barry does look like someone that has staffs, though. Like just a wall of bow staffs.
He's got some staffs, dude. He might have a sai or two, bro. He could probably be all four Ninja Turtles, dude. He's got the equipment. Dude, Barry for sure has a sword. I've seen it. I was there when he bought it. I know he has a sword. He most likely has nunchucks, right?
Drumsticks with tape between it, or a stick or chain, yeah, for sure.
He most likely has nunchucks. And then the size are the weird one. I don't know if he has size.
He might be into that though. We don't know.
He may have size. He for sure has a walking stick. He has more than one walking stick. Yes. I guarantee it.
And he has a turtle that he gave to his brother.
He does have a turtle.
My God.
Barry's a fucking Ninja Turtle, dude.
He is.
Barry is a Ninja Turtle.
And he likes pizza.
He loves pizza. Well, who doesn't, though? We're all Ninja Turtles a little bit. Drew, my guitar tech, Drew, had ankle or knee surgery because his very first show ever was Shinedown. He tore his meniscus day one, first show ever. So he had to have surgery. Yeah, he had to have surgery on it, and I hit up his wife and got their address, and I sent him some Lou Malnati's pizza because he's a pizza boy. He's a big pizza boy. So I sent him some pizza on his first day of recovery, and he's a vegetarian but loves pizza. So here's my thing with that.
Is this a gripe?
No, it's not a gripe.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out what the the ethical thing is with necessarily you just don't want to eat meat or you don't like cruelty to animals. But most of the time, I know vegetarians are like, oh, I don't like the animal thing, but they'll still eat cheese and milk and any kind of dairy or.
I don't know what the breakdown is from vegan to vegetarian to what's the other
pescatarian.
one? Pescatarian. I think that's just fish, though, right?
Okay, so vegetarian is just no meat, actual meat.
Right.
There's pescatarians. Pescatarians will only eat seafood. Vegan is no animal products, no eggs, no cheese, no leather. It depends on how there's a lot of people who skew the leather thing, but yeah.
Side note, not a lot of people know this. Mike Kroger from Nickelback. He went vegan a couple of years ago. It just to kind of figure out his health. Well, I go, well, how about your base straps and all this stuff? He actually went non-leather so that's someone that when you look at that, like, oh, he actually is doing it. He's not wearing the leather belts or the boots or the
Josh Katz is like that. Josh from Bad Flowers like that. He's
nice.
No leather, nothing. Like
I love it. You're gonna be something. Be something. Yep.
I remember going to dinner with Mike when we all went to dinner with him in LA, and he was like talking about all of these like dietary type things that he did that was like, I remember like he was telling me like he would do this thing where he would chew all of his food 50 times before he swallowed it. Like it was just like a weird, like he was doing all these things. He's a pretty big health guy and he's in shape now and works out and does all these crazy workouts. And they have this crazy trainer that a lot of people know.
Eric the trainer and Billy the Blanks.
Yeah, Billy Blanks. Yeah, and Eric the trainer. Yeah. And like I remember Chris Porter sent me a photo with him one day. Like they were like eating breakfast at the same place or something. I'm not really sure what, but yeah, that's a weird thing. Like I kind of often wonder why the differences in what they are. You know what I mean? Like why, like if you're a vegetarian, why are you a vegetarian? Like is it because of animal cruelty reasons? And if it is, you're not eating, why do you still eat eggs or cheese or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
if it's a health thing, then I totally get that. But you
just don't like meat. That's fine.
Just many sides to say you can be successful living a plant-based diet, while just many people say if you just eat meat, then you'd be just as successful. So I think it's a lot of confusion out there with that stuff. I think maybe I don't know. It is like where are the people that are so pro meat that the only thing they wear is animal products? Like I'm talking skin, hooves,
like
horns.
Ted Nugent. Yeah.
Yes, where it's just like legit dead skin.
Ted Nugent drinks hoof shakes when he wakes up in the morning, dude. Just blends up some hooves. No part of the animal goes to waste.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a weird. Yeah, I've always wondered. Leave that in the comments if you're a vegetarian. I would like to know. Did anyone tell us their porn searches? Did anyone get back to us on that?
Oh shit, I did get a couple.
You know what? Let's just do the shaman now. Do it.
John the Shaman, keeping you on track. All you gotta do is touch his big old sack of mail.
I get a lot of, we get a lot of messages from people that were very, I don't know if I should talk about this. In terms of the actual, those are the ones
you should talk about for sure.
I
want to talk about anything where people say that they don't know if they should talk about this.
I'm gonna start though with a life advice here, just to kind of get the ball rolling. A female. Hey guys, great podcast. I'm having some trouble with my boyfriend, and I thought we really had something. I came to find out we don't really share the same interests in movies, music, or food. However, that isn't the real issue. The major problem is I was telling him about how I have some traumatic memories in which I was severely and emotionally abused by my father. I also have Asperger's syndrome, ADHD, a major depressive disorder, and a panic disorder sometimes. So my father would frequently say awful things to me because he couldn't handle my issues. Anyway, while I was telling my boyfriend this, he said, and I quote, "The trauma is all in your head. You could just forget it." What the hell? I used to enjoy being with him. Now I don't know if I should stay or leave. It really hurts me that he said that. I tried to explain it to him, but he refused to change his mind. What should I do? Thank you for the laughs every week. Sincerely.
I mean, I think that listen, how did it say how far they were into their relationship?
Enough where they knew about other stuff. I mean, they knew enough about each other.
Yeah, but I mean, some people can dump that shit on you fucking day one.
Yeah. I mean, I think I get the vibe that they knew each other, what each other's food was, movies, music. Like they all kind of seem simpatico with that.
I think that's something you can talk about. I think that you go to the person and say, listen, these are some deep things that, are real things. And, I feel like too, like maybe the other person in the relationship, the guy who's kind of dismissive about stuff. I feel like in those situations, most of the time those people have the same shit, but they're trying so hard to suppress it that they're the ones that are like, you know what? I don't want to talk about it. Like, this is just an easy way for me to having to get out of talking about my shit.
Yeah. It's for me though. I just think I don't have ADHD. I mean, not that I know of. Maybe I do. I don't have the panic disorder. I don't have Asperger's. These other things that one on top of each other, it just stacks up.
Gonorrhea.
Yeah. Cross eyes. So oops, I have a dew claw growing out of my tits. Stuff like that, where I'm just like, for people that go through that stuff, I can't really. I sympathize with you, but I don't understand enough about what you're going through. But you shouldn't be getting that hurtful stuff from. It's one thing if Zach and I are saying shit to each other, or you with your friends or family, you can do that. But someone you love, I don't think there's any humor in that type of dialogue per se.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't. It's not something that where I think that like. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that you got to talk about those things, and like if someone's being dismissive about it, then that's for you to figure out. Like I don't think people need to be dismissive if you have past trauma, and just saying forget it seems like the easy way to get out of having. That sounds like a guy that doesn't like talking about shit.
Yeah, and maybe someone you shouldn't be with again.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we're not trying to get you to break up on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we are. We can't ever assume we aren't.
We might be. I don't know.
Bitch, I might be.
I don't think Paul has a girlfriend right now. Let's make this happen.
Damn.
Does he? I never know. Never know with that guy.
I don't know.
He only talks to me on the podcast.
All right, here's a dream here.
All right.
From a female. I was in a store just minding my own business until a guy I went to school with approached me. He was talking about how wonderful and excellent his life was until he said he couldn't stop thinking about me. I told him that we had been through this before and I had moved on, even though I'm still single. He kept bringing up why he regretted not being with me and thought he would hurt me about being with other women. Ooh. So I told him that I'm not the woman I used to be and I was a better person because of it. He started crying. I left him in the aisle standing there and never looked back. Although I let go and try to stay positive, it's also paid to have this dream. Any advice? Ooh, so that's that one that you can't shake out of your mind.
I feel like that's like a real thing that's happened to me a lot in the past. It's just like real life, like people coming up to me and saying shit like that. Ex-girlfriends, especially once my band got famous, like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Yeah. I feel like that dream is like, I don't know. Is she still in contact?
No, she's not.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, that's weird. Here's the thing. What if that's like a foreshadowing though? Like the person's gonna like, what if this dream happens? I get a deja vu like a ton. So like, I wonder if that's one of those things. Like I always wonder if my deja vu is something that's actually going to happen coming up, or like, cause we'll be on stage and I'll be like, man, I have been in this exact moment before. Like they're like, oh, well, it kind of, all venues kind of look the same. I'm like, no. Like everything to the T,
Interesting. Now, everyone's some of these dreams are like, hey, I met this person's aisle. I was walking down this aisle. What if we're all in the same like dream space where we're all like walking down this aisle must be the most haunting thing ever. It's every breakup, every murder, every whatever. I'm just always fascinated. It always starts with, I was just walking down an aisle. I wonder if you're murdered, your dreams, I mean, I don't know how we'd find out, but if you're murdered, then you, I don't know. Can a ghost dream? Or once you're dead, you leave that. It's super. It's like, I know if when you die, if I were to be murdered, and I would come back. I would literally haunt the living fuck of that entire family associated with that killer. I don't care who it is. I'm going to haunt that person. But I wonder if, as I'm dead, can a ghost still dream? Can I dream about what could have been or that?
Yeah, I mean, Matt, I don't know. Like, they say like you can. You know that they say you can still see for a couple seconds after you die.
Yeah.
Before you probably inevitably shit your pants or whatever.
Right. Before you climax.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you can still like dream, or like what if like I don't know. What if your dreams haunt the person who killed you?
That's what I'm saying. Oh fuck yeah! So you actually control the dream zone for that murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
That's weird. That's some like weird. That's some super weird like voodoo doll vibes, but like backwards, where like you would control the dreams of whoever. That's kind of strange, right?
What if every time you climaxed, you had a violent nightmare that night? Would you still climax as much as you do? For every climax you have, I feel like you
just did this like weird would you rather. Like, would you rather not murder someone or murder someone, but every time you came, you had this weird dream that night about you murdering them and you couldn't stop. That's super weird, man. Dude, you know what? Speaking of like dreams and stuff, do you have any? Oh yeah, what else you got? Keep going.
I have a response for the porn preference.
Oh baby.
Responding to your porn question.
Guy or girl?
This is a girl.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear about
I
dudes.
don't normally just go all out and open up like this, but here I am, only because you guys asked for it.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely into lesbian porn. Prefer squirters and no toys involved. All natural. Though she does have long hair. All natural, hardcore finger banging, scissor fucking each other and eat each other out. Heart. That's pretty specific.
Yeah, that's yeah, dude. That's
for someone that goes, I don't normally open up like this. Well, you've opened up the gateway to your sexual hell, because this is pretty. Prefer squirters, no toys involved.
Prefer squirters, no toys involved. Well, first off, shout out to the talent with that. You can make people squirt. You know, toy. Man, yeah, I. First off, can we admit that squirt is pee? It's pee.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this today. What makes up squirt? Like, what is the actual? If you were to drink this, what's in this fantasy jar of sexual madness? Like, what is this?
It's pee.
Is there any chance it's some slug juice? Any chance it's blood? Any chance this is another liquid?
Man, I hope my wife never checks my Google searches. Dude, she'll have me fucking committed. Especially since her husband and father of her children just typed in, "What is the liquid when girls squirt?"
Well, I think we need to figure this out.
Some women express liquid from their urethra when they climax. For some, this consists of a small amount of milky white fluid. This technically is the female ejaculate. Other women report squirting a much larger amount of fluid, enough to make it look like they've wet the bed.
Imagine just, imagine just putting your mouth on that and just drinking
pee.
all that.
No.
Yeah.
That's pee, dude.
Yeah,
that's pee, bro.
Oh, God.
We know it's pee. You know it's pee.
But imagine, yeah, no, it's just, imagine if it wasn't, though. Imagine
This study presents convincing evidence that squirting in women is chemically similar to urine, and also contains small amounts of PSA that is present in men's and women's true ejaculate. So it's a little bit of both. A
little bit, because it feels maybe stickier, right? Because urine's not sticky.
It's not sticky. Ejaculate is sticky. Urine, when it's not. All I'm thinking about is the fact that J.R. Moore is editing this podcast in his house right now, where his wife lives with him, and she's hearing me talk about all this. Yeah, I mean, I've had a Dumbo, it's not sticky. That's all I'm going to say. It's not.
That I don't like messy like that. That's too
Did
much.
you ever have you ever had sex with a girl who squirted like that?
No.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, well, I'm not a fucking barbarian. My God. Well, here's the thing. I don't know because here's the thing. Okay,
I wasn't speed bagging her. I wasn't like doing that, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, there's like, oh, come on.
Are you making wine? Are you smashing grapes down there? Your foot's in there. You're like, yeah, get it.
I think it's because I have like a bony pelvic bone, and then it was just like, rubbing where it needed to be rubbed. But it's like, here's the thing. I'll tell you this: the first time that ever happened to me, I was just like straight up like, oh, I just got peed on.
I see that would.
And I was like 19
because I'm a neat freak. Like especially afterwards, like stuff has to be clean. Like iron the sheets back, fluff the pillows.
Iron the sheets back.
I can only imagine if that. It's like like biting into a gusher and just having it drip out of your mouth. Like that's all I see. That's all I see.
That's obnoxious. That's obnoxious that you said that. That's gross.
What, a gusher? They're not bad for you.
I'll tell you this. It freaks you out the first time it ever happens. Not the gusher thing, but
Now, would it freak you out if the girl was like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening? And you're like, what?
Yeah, like, I don't know what's happening either.
Like, is this
I can tell you what's happening, bitch. You just peed on me. How about that? That's what just happened.
Oh, God.
So, I don't know if you heard this, but our boy, Michael Myers, doesn't like gay people.
Is this
Did you read about this?
This is the new, after the firefighters did work, Jose and Josie, or whatever this guy's name was, is now saying that because he killed, if Michael Myers didn't kill those gay people and just walked out of the house, wouldn't you have a better argument?
You'd have a better argument if he didn't kill him. Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't know if people know this about most things in film now, which is this is a true thing. Basically, to get your film nominated for any sort of award, it's kind of like an unsaid rule right now, but you got to
check the boxes.
You have to check every box. And this is a true story. And there's tons of people in Hollywood who can verify. I know filmmakers who have confirmed this with me. You have to have a gay person. You have to have a trans person. You have to have a black person. You have to have an Asian person. You have to have every ethnicity of person. That's why, like, there'll be, they could film a movie 100% about slaves and not slave owners, yet there's going to be one like Caucasian slave. It's like, wait a second, what?
Why is there a right?
You could film, you could film a movie about anything that has, you could film a movie about whatever, and it's got to have a certain female in it. It's like you have to represent everything now if you want to get your film looked at in any sort of award light. So here's the thing: in a way, filmmakers are pressured to check every box, no matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's trans or whatever, but like you got to put every ethnicity in there. This could be it could be about the Revolutionary War. You got to check there's going to be, that's why you see it now. You'll be like, what? This doesn't historically make sense.
Right. Why is there a Latin American guy in a wheelchair in the middle of the Civil War? Oh, I don't know. He's got to be there.
I don't know, man. What? He was the chef. Well, I mean, it's like, it's those things where it's like, it's got to be that. So like, here's the thing. What pisses me off about this fucking bullshit is if they would, I think they were like, you know what? Let's make these, first off, two great characters, Big John and Little John. Amazing. And Stewart from Mad TV, and then the other guy who I know plays the bad guy. Great actors. Who plays the bad guy in Righteous Gemstones, which if you haven't checked out is an amazing television show by Danny McBride and David Gordon Green. If they didn't put a gay couple in there, he still would have been, then he would have been homophobic. None of this, it's the whole cancel culture thing. Like, and here's the thing. You don't see, it's like, I always say it. I feel like I say it every week. White people ruin everything, right? Like how many people involved in LGBTQ do you see upset with Michael Myers right now? None. Straight white people with zero fucking gay friends are the ones who are mad about this. That's what pisses me off about this shit. It's all fucking white kids who have no friends. They have zero fucking gay friends, right? Like I've got fucking gay friends. These people have zero gay friends, and they're the ones who are upset about it. So like they have to make their point. I guarantee you these motherfuckers have no gay friends.
Arguably the two best new characters established in that franchise portrayed or two gay characters. So
my friend Darius almost came to see the movie with us that night. Gay, engaged actually to be married. I asked him about it. I texted him the article and he's like, bro, get the fuck out of here with this shit. And I was like, yeah, right. I agree with you. Like it's 100% like that's a gay black guy. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, like
great
great for sure, dude.
Yeah,
dude, whoever that guy's engaged to is like, he listens to this podcast. He got his first mention. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's these people who have nothing to do with the cause whatsoever, getting their feelings hurt on behalf of someone else who doesn't have their feelings hurt. Right? Like
if a movie being put out there wants to cover all these bases, handicapped, gay, Latin American, white, angry veteran, or whatever, a guy with no legs with a horse face, who cares? If it serves the purpose of the movie or the show,
which comes out in 2022, I'm looking forward to that movie.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be in 3D. And you can score it the whole time. And so the thing with me is why I feel like I couldn't do my job as a filmmaker if I have to serve someone else's agenda.
You have to check every single box.
I'm going to hire if in my industry, you're going to hire the best person, man, woman, black, white, gay, straight. You want the best person for that job.
100%. You're trying to make a movie, but yeah, you got to click all these boxes when you're making the movie. Here's the thing. Let me ask these people this. What did you think was going to happen in a movie about a guy who fucking kills people? Literally the only thing he's known for. He's not known for his walk. He's not known for his style. He doesn't wear cool shoes. He literally kills people, and there's two gay people in the movie. You didn't think they were going to die? They were just like supposed to be like the only two people that lived? Like, come on with this shit, man. Like this cancel culture shit, man, is fucking, it is.
I don't know if I was talking to you. It wasn't James. Maybe because I watched it again, how the new Halloween Kills.
I still haven't made it all the way through a second time.
But when he kills them, he sets them in the same way they are in the picture.
Which is hilarious.
Dude, that just shows you right there. Michael Myers is actually a loving guy. He's got a great sense of humor.
Well, that's one of the things I liked about the movie is they brought back his sense of humor.
Yes.
Yeah, like on the first movie, like I think I talked about this last week.
Yeah.
The week before. But like, you know, when he puts Bob up against the wall and puts the knives in him, when he puts the girl with the gravestone, like with his sister's gravestone.
Snaps the neck.
He still has this kid thing about him where it's like he wants to experiment with like dead people. Like, so not sexually or anything, but I don't know, maybe. You know, and it's one of those things where like I really enjoyed that about the movie, but you know, this fucking cancel culture shit, man. It's like, again, like, and I hate that we have to say this every single time. We know the difference between somebody like Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein or Marilyn Manson. Those people aren't getting canceled. If you think those people are getting canceled, you're a fucking idiot. They're getting what's coming to them. Like,
can we talk about Marilyn Manson at the Kanye church service?
You want to talk about a guy just doing a press stunt to like get like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think Kanye's really, I think he's a genius. I think he does a lot of stuff just to get press going. What the fuck?
I think he likes to be wild.
Okay, right. Which I'm okay. I'm here for it.
Like I'm with you. Like everybody knows me. I am a Kanye West dude. You know, like I am a Kanye West lover. But I just don't understand. Like with Manson, it's like, you know, you're the Antichrist superstar and like, oh, but now you're like wearing a white robe and like converting yourself to Christianity.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Manson, baby. Just sign me up.
Kanye, Justin, Luke, and Manson. Dude, I think it's whack. I think it's all a big publicity thing, not on Kanye's part, but on Manson's part, because like the guy knows his shit's over with. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's just, again, I don't know anything about that case. I just know that for people here from the industry, like I'm just like, dude, that guy, he's not a good guy.
No. The times I met him were not. They weren't my favorite meetings I've ever had, and even seeing him on the side of the stage. And I've been friends with a lot of his crew and his band and how he treats those people. And not the, you know, again, but that's not cancel culture. Calling Michael Myers homophobic is that's the epitome. you're trying to cancel a fake character because they put 2 gay people in the movie and they just happen to be murdered in a movie about a guy who murders people. Like,
but
what are you?
They're pretty heroic too, though. Like they're badass people. But
they were like ready to fight, dude. Like they were going down.
Say they're badass characters. Well, I don't even care if they're gay or I don't. Who gives 2 shits?
They can't say that.
Dude, they're great characters.
Imagine
if Michael Myers was homophobic. How would that scene have been different? You think?
I don't know. Then he just doesn't. Then he just doesn't pose them like their picture.
He's about to kill him. He's like, "Oh God!" He just walks out. He jumps out the window. Like, how do you?
Hey, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm scared of you. He's scared of them because he's phobic.
Right. What if he actually stabs him with a knife? He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wash this knife now."
What if he runs into their house and sees the picture of them like laying in each other's laps, and you just see him running out the front door because he's homophobic, so he's scared of gay people.
And he's like, "God, but they turned my house gay." Like, imagine if he was just like that upset. Like people that I'm so over.
It's a phobia, John.
Cancel this.
It's a phobia. It's a phobia. People don't. Here's the thing. You can talk about people maybe not liking something that you do or disagreeing with something you do. Stop trying to change the definition of words, dude. And again, this cancel culture shit is it's the biggest. So I don't know if you saw this too. So Adam Levine from Maroon 5 had a fan. God. I lost my mind on this shit. Had a fan jump on stage. We'll post a video of it. Had a fan jump on stage and a girl and kind of aggressively. And he kind of just went like this and kind of like made like an ew face, like. Especially, first off, it's COVID times. Secondly, I said this in my thing after, after the Dimebag thing, and the girl. What was the girl in Orlando?
The girl from The Voice, Christina.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't know her name.
It's Christina, I believe. Yeah.
So people start attacking him for his reaction. First off, let me tell you something. Let me first off state this. The fuck cancel culture thing. You're trying to cancel this guy because of a reaction he had when you came. Like, if that guy, first off, that's a girl singer, right? That's a girl singer on stage. That's Ariana Grande. That's whoever it is. If a guy did that to her, first off, he's getting the living shit kicked out of him. He's getting fucking canceled. He's, it's all these things, right? But the fact that it was a man, that shit doesn't happen. It's okay for a woman to come on. Well, that's harmless. It doesn't matter. If that was a fucking female singer and a guy got on stage and did that and she could have that reaction, she would be praised, dude, as a queen. She'd be the new queen. And that guy would have the fucking shit beat out of him. That drives me insane. Insane. Secondly, let me tell you something. Don't come on the fucking stage. If you come on our fucking stage, it is my distinct hope that you get kicked in the fucking head with a spiked cleat. You fucker. I hate that shit.
I was going through TikTok one of those nights, and this was like 2 days after, and I came across this woman's page who was super, super feminist to the point where it doesn't even make sense. Like, you're just doing this to get views and act stupid. But she was like, he hates women, this chauvinistic pig. We need to cancel him and boycott Live Nation and boycott. So I wrote in.
Fuck her.
A message. I was like, dude, you are the dumbest person on here. I fucking hate you. And I was hoping for her to say something. Nothing ever came through. I wish I could find the video because it was the most
thing, dude.
He hates women. He should be loving. We paid for him. He's the reason why he can play on stage and live in mansions because we go to his shows.
Let me tell you something. You want a fucking gripe? Here's a fucking gripe. Stop telling me that I fucking owe you anything. Stop telling me that you fucking pay my fucking. No, you don't. I fucking work my ass off for this shit. I practice 9 hours a day. My fingers would have no more skin on them, and I'd put super glue on them and put them on the inside of my leg or my other arm and pull the skin off to learn how to do what I do. So yeah, when you come to a show, you are owed a show. That's what you are owed.
Show. Yes,
a proper show. And guess what? If you come see Shinedown, just like I've seen Maroon 5, if you go see Maroon 5, you come see Shinedown, that's what you're going to get. You're owed nothing else.
Right.
I'm tired of this fucking entitlement bullshit where you think you're owed all this stuff. Oh, well, he shouldn't act like that because we pay his. No, you don't. Live Nation pays me. You pay them, but they pay us. You know what I mean? So it's like this whole bullshit about like, and most of our, like, again, 99% of our fans are cool with this shit. They understand it. Just like, here's the thing, like that lady saying, dude, the truth is, if you look up the definition of feminist, dude, 90% of men are feminists. If you look up the true definition, I would be one. I would be one. If you do the job good enough to where you think you should make what a man makes, I don't give a fuck. Make more. If you do it better, make more. It's sympathy for females and believing that all people are equal, right? Like the true definition of feminism, all good people are feminists. But again, they don't, these people don't want the English language. That's why they put phobic after everything. They don't know what phobic means. Phobic means you're afraid of something. Michael Myers is a serial killer. He's not afraid of something. What if he come in the house and see the house all decorated all nice with like good curtains and stuff, and he runs out going, ah! You just hear him making a noise as he's running out the door.
Maybe he's afraid of daylight. He's never been out and about during the daylight in any movie,
dude,
right?
You know what? He's sunshine phobic, and fuck him for that. He should be canceled for this.
He hates the sun god Ra. He hates the sun god Ra.
Ra phobic.
Yes.
Anyway, the Adam Levine shit made me so mad, man, and it was just like,
I have another thing. I have another thing that might be a grant for you too. I've been following along. I love The Last Dance. I've also been following along with Scottie Pippen after that came out, and the stuff he said recently about Michael Jordan.
Me and Kent got into a fight about this today.
Is Pippen just coming off as super bitter? Because I do agree with some of the stuff Pippen's saying. Like, I wish they were more about it, but I want to say, dude, The Last Dance, the Chicago legacy is because of Jordan. No one's taking away that you were a great player. No one's taking away that you were a great player. But all these other players I talked to, from Steve Kerr to Dennis Rodman to all these other bid players,
they all said it was a great depiction, 100%. So Kent and I got it. He calls it a healthy conversation. Kent and I got into a full-on argument about this shit because I posted that thing last night and I said Scotty's a clown, and then Kent goes, well, that means you're a clown because you have an opinion on his opinion. He goes, and I'm a clown because I have an opinion on your opinion. And I go, yeah, well, welcome to the fucking circus. We're all clowns here. So I go, here's my thing about it. I read every single thing that came out after that because I wanted to see whatever other people thought, the people involved. And if you read anything with Phil Jackson, Steve Kerr, Paxton, Tony Kukoc, all those guys, Rodman, all the people, they were like, this was a great depiction of it. Listen, yeah, the guy used the guise of The Last Dance. The guy wanted to make a Michael Jordan documentary, and that was the only way he was going to get it. Michael Jordan doesn't do press. He doesn't do interviews. He's not going to do all this stuff. It was his way to make a Michael Jordan documentary. And listen, I actually kind of disagree with this. He says Michael Jordan doesn't happen without Scottie Pippen. He says that in the documentary. Dude, what more adulation do you need than the greatest of all time saying this doesn't happen without Scottie Pippen? Period. In statement. No, there were no ifs, ands, or buts. There was no like, oh, but I was also the guy.
I would be curious if, in a hypothetical situation, this director, the producers are like, "Hey, we're gonna do maybe a parallel Last Dance, but this is Scottie Pippen and the rest of the team. Their view of what happened, the same events, same games. What would be the correlation? The correlation is Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time, and that the correlation is even become these people you became.
The correlation is there's still a fantastic chance without any of you, not all together, but each individual one of you, that shit's still happening. There is not a chance that without that guy, that any of that shit is happening. So hang it the fuck up. It doesn't matter. It's not happening without him. It could happen without you, Steve Kerr. It could happen without, not all together. Now I'm saying individually. If they all wanted to bat, one of them was gone. That shit, there's a still great chance that that's happening. So my thing about it is that here's the thing about Pippen too. Pippen's been wilding out in the press anyway. Like his wife clowned him.
He's got new liquor coming out too, I believe. Wine or a vodka or something.
Yeah, the tequila or whiskey or something.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He got clowned. Why did my light change? He got clowned by his old lady. She started messing around with younger NBA dudes. Yep. So then, dude, he started just right when this documentary came out. From what you read about, if you read like Phil's things and you read Kerr And you even read like just the statements that Jordan said after the fact. He was very upset that they painted him in that light about that one game where there's video evidence of him being like, I'm not passing the ball in. He didn't want to be a team player. He thought he was a star of the team because Michael Jordan wasn't on the team. Now, was he the star of the team because Michael Jordan was on the team? He was. But you have to be a team player. If your coach has already led you to this many championships and he asked you to do something, I would suggest you do it instead of sitting on the, and listen, now there's a myriad of sourpuss players in this league who can sit out because they don't feel like playing because they're mad at their coach or whatever. Like back then, though, that stuff didn't happen. So I feel like he got painted in a bad light about that, and he wasn't a fan of that. But also, dude, he was out there calling Phil Jackson a racist. I'm like, dude, come on. No, what other white man has led that many black people to the damn promised land, bro? Phil Jackson? Come on, you hate on Pat Riley too? Like that guy, come on, man. That guy's like the most peaceful, like, dude. You know what I mean?
He's
like
the Zen master. The Zen master.
That guy, that guy's everything I've ever read about that guy, talking about like why the teams function like they did. It's like he had
Tibetan monks.
Like mandatory movie nights. You had to show up. You had to read a book. He gave the whole team the same book. You had to read this book. You had to show up. Once a month he'd do a movie night. Everybody on the team had to be there. That's a guy who likes to keep camaraderie, and that's a guy that's like that coached some of the greats, Michael Jordan,
Kobe, Shaq.
Kobe, Shaq. But he now because Scottie Pippen doesn't like the way he was depicted in one episode, only one episode. Everything else was all positive. There was one negative thing about Scottie Pippen in that entire documentary. Everything else was positive.
All fact.
It was all fact, and everyone there is saying it's true. It wasn't like Michael Jordan was sitting behind the camera going, "Say this about me." Everyone said what they said. So, yeah, that's a gripe. I think he's annoying. I think he's just lashing out on the press. I think he's trying to sell books or whatever he's doing, which is whatever. That's what you do.
Love it. What other gripes do you have?
You better watch out. You better be nice, or you might find yourself in Zach's gripes.
Why are all like if someone fucks up like a Morgan Wallen or like anybody else, like why are all their apology videos in black and white? You notice that?
Oh, but
every time
videos.
Everyone's like, I was in a weird spot and I just want to say to all my fans that that's not how I think and that's not how I, you know what I mean? Like everybody, first off, stop apologizing. You did what
unless
you did.
you've actually done something really heinous. You can't take back.
Yeah, listen, for a tweet that you wrote when you were 19 years old and now you're an adult and it was okay to say the thing when you said it, stop apologizing. Oh, we're apologizing for being humans now. Like this, that's just annoying. But I don't know. All apology videos are in black and white, and it's weird. It kind of creeps me out.
What's your favorite apology video?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch them. I bet there's like a.
It has to be YouTube or something.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm getting
best celebrity
compilation of celebrity apologies. Hold on. Hold on.
I know there's a coach one. I know there's a athlete one. I mean, because like you said, we're all human, but some of the apologies are just like I need to see the John Gruden apology message coming out. There is no way that will be black and white.
Yeah, there's like 10 times celebrities had to apologize for their actions, 10 infamous apologies, celebrities that hate PC culture. This is great. All these are in color though, so it's not really proving my point that I was trying to make. Anyway, that's a gripe. Crushing videos on YouTube. You ever watch crushing videos? You don't have kids, so probably not. There's these videos that they make it look like a live video. There's comments, people can comment, but it's literally all it is a tire just driving over a million things from the dollar store.
Let me guess. Ollie and Avery want Dada to take them to watch this live at fucking the arena.
No, we went to Dude Perfect though, which was pretty good. It's literally just a tire riding over bubbles, riding over 5 things of toothpaste, riding over bouncy balls, riding over like it is. But then I realized I was watching it with Avery the other night because this is mindless. This thing, Ollie doesn't like it. Avery only likes it, and he'll watch it. And there's comments. It's like this is how these people get YouTube likes though. And then it just loops over. It says it's live. There's no physical way it's live because it sets up, they're just doing like a thing like what we do. but it loops it and loops it and loops like 10 hours. They're only crushing 20 things, just 10 hours. It is so annoying, dude. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I do like
hate it.
There's one on TikTok and Facebook where it's the hydraulic press that just crushes random shit. I do like that because it's kind of like, oh, I've always wanted to know
what
what
soothing in a way.
Yes. Or the guy that chops the soap and like the clay with like the weird.
Oh yeah, like I like those too.
Yeah.
You know what a guilty pleasure of mine is? We always say we don't have guilty pleasures because we're proud to like what we like. Dude, I love How It's Made. The show How It's Made.
Oh,
fantastic! I'll watch that all day long, dude. I love How It's Made.
The Zipper episode and the Atomic Fireball still to this day.
Amazing. Baseball bats. I love it, dude. It's I love it, man. How It's Made is amazing. More gripes. I may have done this one before. I'm not sure. Before we even had a gripes section of this, I don't know why it bothers me so much. It shouldn't. Nothing bothers me more than people putting quotes next to celebrities who didn't say the fucking quote. They just put a picture of a celebrity and it looks like maybe some shit they'd say, and they just like make up some stuff like tough times make tough people. It's all weak ass people who write this shit, right?
Gary V.
Yeah. Gary V. Gary V probably did say that actually. But you know, like it'll be like Paul Rudd. You know what I mean? Like the one of them is Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves gets so misquoted. Like none of that shit he said. Like he like has this one where it's like, I once had this friend whose mom and she got real sick and you know right. she was like eat all the delicious food and like he didn't say that. He never said that. Yeah,
but what if it was Christian Slater and every time he sees it, he's like, God damn it, man, that's me. Christian Slater, broken
Dude,
arrow.
I'm Christian Slater. I said that. Broken arrow.
This is my friend.
Hello, Gleaming the Cube. That was my friend's mom, dude. Not your friend's mom. He sees Keanu Reeves at a Starbucks. They start fighting about it.
You man.
Dude, that shit's annoying. I hate that shit. Also, listen, this probably gonna rub some people the wrong way. Can we change the Amber Alert sound? That shit that shit is terrifying when it happens.
It's like
on your phone when you get an Amber Alert.
That one and the tornado warning I get on my phone is haunting.
Dude, the Amber Alert text is horrifying. Like if it's the middle of the night and you get an Amber Alert text, it is so annoying.
Like what should it be though? Like a guy going, "Find your kid, motherfucker."
This.
Yeah, it sounds like a zombie outbreak.
If it's pitch black at night and you're, I don't know, maybe watching a Halloween movie and that goes off, dude, that scares the dog shit out of you. And that shit'll be 100 miles away. You're like, hey man, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
I'm not in Hawaii. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Get dog the bounty hunter on this shit, man. We don't.
Yeah, he's in Florida.
Don't look like I live in Maui right now. It's 2 a.m. here, bro. I'm trying to sleep. This is got a fucking tornado siren going off in my ear.
I can't find the blue Taurus you're looking for. I'm not in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'll let you know if
Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't really. My other gripe would be, you probably see this a lot because you're out in the crowd a lot. People who literally rode with other people to a concert and like say two of them are on the floor and two of them are in the stands, and then they call each other on the phone. They're looking for each other and they just like wave at each other really big. Like they're so excited that they finally saw each other, even though they know what section they're in. I don't know why that drives me insane, but it does.
Oh, I mean,
I went to a show the other night and I went to
stand up and shake your hand.
Yeah. Like we rode together. I literally just saw you at the concession stand and people do it. Right. I saw it the other, I forgot what show we went to. We went to some show. What show did I go to? I don't know. I went to a show. Somewhere.
Weren't you Chappelle?
Chappelle, that's where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw that and that was very strange. Yeah, so anyway, that's a gripe that I have. I don't have a lot of good ones this week. And my other one would just be this is a gripe about myself. Maybe you have something like you have this happen too. Last night I had a line from a show or movie stuck in my head. And I couldn't, this is no bullshit. I couldn't sleep for 75 minutes trying to figure out who or what said it. And this is what I wrote down. I didn't write this down on my podcast stuff. I wrote it down in a separate note. I said, movie line And the movie line is, "You smell of him." That's the like it's like a dad and daughter, and she comes home and she smells like whatever boy. And I wrote down Andy Garcia type guy, but not Andy Garcia.
Was it actually a daughter to a father or vice versa?
Yes, I figured it out. It was Adam Arkin. And I knew his voice, and he had this like Andy Garcia in Ocean's 11, like, "I will find you," and that kind of thing. It was Adam Arkin, and it was in Sons of Anarchy, I believe, season 2, maybe season 3, when Henry Rollins is there, and they own the cigar shop, and his daughter comes home, and she's been hanging out with the Irishman. I don't know why. The other people.
That's a great arc. Henry Rollins in.
I know, it's really good. It's just some Nazi dude with like white supremacy dude. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know why that bothers me. And the last thing I want to touch on, really, is that's the end of my gripes. Oh, there's 2 things I want to talk about. So did you see where PETA would like to change the name of Bullpen?
Was this real? Like a real thing?
100%.
Bullpen.
PETA is pitching Major League Baseball to retire the term bullpen and use arm barn instead. The animal rights group says bullpen mocks the misery of animals and devalues players. You don't give a fuck about players. Shut the fuck up. You don't care about people at all. In baseball, a bullpen refers to both the group of the relief pitchers and the physical area where the pitchers warm up. They even posted an Instagram post about it with a picture of a bull with a super fucking wet nose. That's weird. Bullpen refers to the areas of bullpens where bulls are held before they're slaughtered. It's a word that suppresses roots, and we can do better than that. Switching to arm barn would be a home run for baseball and animals. Shut the fuck up.
What is PETA doing? Like, they don't care.
Bullpen.
They should worry about Dr. Fauci killing all the beagles.
Yeah, they're not worried. They're not worried about the czar of COVID trapping beagles' heads in a fucking tent and letting them sand gnats bite them or whatever the fuck.
It's just okay, but let's worry about where guys play catch.
By the way, all that shit was proven to be true. How did that shit not make the news?
Because we don't control it. There's real news is absent. You can't talk about things that go against the agenda. That guy murdered more beagles than fucking Redford grows. Any other Old Yeller, Homeward Bound, Milo and Otis. That guy's killed more animals than any of those feel-good Disney movies. That guy,
it really is. Anyway, but we need to change the name of bullpen because it's offensive to animals. Not that the czar of COVID traps them in concentration tents and lets fucking gnats or mosquitoes bite their head or whatever it was.
I actually had a random. This is a complete 180. But you kind of like the sexual czar around these parts. When guys can flavor their semen if they drink like pineapple, right? Mm-hmm. Or is that? I don't know if that was urban myth.
It doesn't flavor it. I've heard it just makes it like sweet.
I can never taste the difference. Right. So no. So what can a girl do to make her honey pot flavor differently? Like, I can't believe you said not an offensive word. That's actually, I'm very proud of you. I mean, that's I say shepherd's pie,
there is a
bunch of shepherds in there. I got all the corn. Yeah, I don't.
What does corn have to do with it?
I just don't. What can a girl do? Like, what if the guy's like, "Hey, like, honey, like, can you throw some passion fruit down your gullet? Like, you're making me sick." Enough with the minnows.
With the girls, it's a pH thing. I found that out.
Oh,
there's like a pill you can take, but yeah, like, because like I've had it before where I've like, wanted a little bit out of the honey pot, which is one of my favorite things to do, and it
smells like the dead fisherman from I know what you did last summer down there.
It smelled like the honey had expired. Let's just say that the honey's bad.
It smells like an old wasp nest, just like mildewy and just
fucking vinegar in this honey. What's going on?
God damn.
So it's a pH thing I found out, and yes, ladies can fix it. How? I don't know, but I think you would talk to your doctor or gyno about that. But yeah, with men, you know what somebody asked me one time? If I'd ever tasted my own.
Not willingly out of your way.
No, just like,
No,
like a DEA agent, like a DEA agent tests cocaine. You know what I mean? Just like
rub it in your teeth.
they rub it on their
Oh my God.
guns. They
No,
rub it on
this
their
tastes
guns.
like fire. Yeah.
This motherfucker eats some pineapple.
Zach's putting his on like fucking Blistex. Ooh, lips are chapped. I'd fuck me.
God.
Okay, so what if the people that when the girl that goes down on you and then gives you a kiss afterwards?
Okay, I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me.
If you know the girl.
I don't know if you've like painted her face or something. Like if it's like wet, like down, like, you know what I mean? Not if you're Mario painting. You know what I'm saying? But like if like it, yeah, like if it's become one with her esophagus, then yeah. Maybe.
Remember those little toys growing up where you like the splatter art where you drop the paint, it would splatter on the cards.
Spin and you would just.
You guys are both on like a lazy Susan, just throwing semen everywhere.
What's that? What's the spaceship fair ride that spins around?
That's a scrambler.
No,
the Tilt-A-Whirl.
No, the one that's inside that looks like a spaceship.
The Turkish twist?
No.
Oh, just say sex moves.
Gravitron or the Starship.
Yeah.
Starship, Gravitron. Dude, imagine giving a girl a facial in the Gravitron. It's the same thing where you just spin around. It doesn't go anywhere.
That's a great question for the listeners. If you've ever had sex at a theme park, namely in a amusement ride, if you've ever had sex in a amusement park, namely a ride, or from a Ferris wheel to a merry-go-round to cup and saucer, the scrambler, any type of amusement park ride, if you've ever had sex, let us know.
Well, whatever we were discussing, we cannot discuss anymore. What are you eating? The chicken? The chicken.
I
walked in with
more
chicken
pictures of meat left behind those two kids around your house than.
Oh, that was looking up Starship Gravitron for something that we cannot discuss. Why I was looking it up.
At least it's not the other search. Like, Dad, what are these pH levels?
Oh, these pH levels. I love pineapple. Yeah. So anyway, that's. I don't know how we got to talking about what we were talking about, but that's that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
So
any news you have or anything that's?
Yeah, I had a little bit. I don't know if you know this, but Aaron Rodgers just tested positive for COVID-19. He will not be playing in the game this Sunday. But when TMZ posted it, good for them. They didn't post that he wasn't vaccinated yet. Bleacher Report did. It said unvaccinated Aaron Rodgers post-test positive for COVID. They didn't say that about. They didn't say that. Hey, I'm doing a podcast. I'll be
I'm interested. Like, why do we care? Like, who cares?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I go, what does that line matter now? Like, no,
it doesn't
because the door with you on the other side of it.
I know.
No, go out. Yeah, I don't need. You can have it now and still. Well, at least he can't understand what I'm saying. So that was. I thought that was funny. It just came out this morning that Henry Ruggs, I believe it was a wide receiver,
156 miles an hour.
100. Yeah, was that the speed? 165.
Yep.
165 miles an hour.
What's up, He-Man?
That's fast.
That's fast.
That is fast. So it was 127. Sorry, not 165. Oh, 156. It said it was 127. Now they say 156.
Yeah, he's
dude, 0.161 blood alcohol level. This guy had nothing working in his favor. Zero things working in his favor. His alcohol level was off the charts. That's insanity to me.
I don't get these athletes and celebrities that always get DUIs when you have all the money in the world or enough to get a ride.
I've always said this. It's always people who have enough money to have a permanent. They have all these other hanger-ons and all their people who just hang out with them and they pay them money just to hang out with them.
Guy that gets your Ubers.
Dude,
Bert Kaiser had that guy. Bert Kaiser literally had 2 of those guys.
Yeah.
Get me
that's what I'm saying.
Safely.
Why not? Why not? That's the thing. It's like, dude, if you have enough money to pay that, dude, just pay it. Like, have a permanent chauffeur, dude. You could have a permanent chauffeur all the time, no matter what. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't even cost you that much money. You pay more for God knows
Uber.
what.
Just Uber. You guys all live in cities, major cities.
Well, that's a whole nother thing. So, and my last thing I want to get into this week was someone put together one of the main employees. I believe they may have been trans employees who came out against Dave Chappelle. They put together a video of a bunch of her past tweets and edited it with clips of Dave Chappelle. And it is hilarious. Utterly hilarious.
Now that Bethany's here, I got some questions for Bethany.
John has some questions for you. John has some questions for you.
I don't want to talk to Bethany now. I don't like that, Bethany.
He said he doesn't like that, Bethany. So. My kids she's trying to get my kid to go to bed.
If Michael Myers was a female, that just walked by, folks.
Yeah, 100%. She's gonna murder that kid.
Going to bed. Oh, he naps.
He takes a nap.
Oh.
Yeah. So they put together this video with Chappelle, and then one of the trans. I think it was the main lady. I think she was trans. They, them. I don't. And I'm not being rude when I say that. I like to respect what they. I just don't know what their pronouns are. But yeah, so they put together, and dude, some of this shit they were saying is so vile, and it was like against Asian people and like Middle Eastern people, and they put all this together, and I'm like, this shit's gonna find you, man. You can come out and say whatever you want about certain people, but all your shit in the past, like I've said this on the podcast since day one, right? Like some of these people coming out against this and causing all this backlash about one person, the skeletons they have in their fucking closet, dude, are enormous, and this one's just came out, and it was hilarious. Did you see it?
Yeah, I know one of them where she went against Asian Americans, but I haven't seen this actual video where clearly it's an issue. I think we know who the real racist, the real homo, like those. I think we know who the real culprit is. These
100%.
people that put first.
And then it's funny to me that like the LGBTQ has like a president. How can you like be a president of a group of people? Of like, you know, if it's an organization, like this is how people feel and this is who they are. But so they came out and said that they were okay with DaBaby now, who walked on stage and said a bunch of stuff, very terrible stuff about all basically saying all gay people have AIDS and none of his fans are gay because they don't have AIDS and whatever kind of wild shit. By the way, LGBTQ chairman came out and said they were perfectly okay with DaBaby being back on stage, but they still weren't okay with Dave Chappelle, who didn't say any of those things. Anything that negative at all, just said he didn't understand them, but he didn't say that they all have AIDS and none of his fans have AIDS because none of his fans are gay. But DaBaby is good. DaBaby is good.
Ridiculous.
DaBaby's fine, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about DaBaby.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have another movie of the week this week, so I think we're just going to skip it this week. I gotta check and see if we have more. I'm pretty sure we have.
If we could get Kent to read the fan fiction, though, just a paragraph.
A couple paragraphs would be fantastic, honestly.
Yeah.
I would very much enjoy that. Thank you guys for hanging out. Please subscribe to the podcast, our YouTube especially. We are trying to grow this thing.
That's what she said.
And we have a couple things we're working on right now. We can talk about at a later date. But please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. Get your friends to subscribe. Smash that notifications button. Bang that like button. And
suck off that subscribe button, folks.
There you go. And if you have any dreams, have you had any weird dreams? If you have anything you need advice on from these three idiots that do this podcast, send them to suplifeadvice@gmail.com, John.
suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
As always, be sure to listen to John's other podcast, Spear Talk, as well. I was just on there for the very first time on the Halloween episode with our friend Jim Courtney. A lot of fun was had, so be sure to listen to that and subscribe to that podcast as well. And
Smith and Myers shows coming up end of the month, and then we got Shinedown shows on sale.
More Shinedown shows coming on sale in the next couple weeks. So let's do it. We'll see you guys soon. As always, that's John Guarnieri. My name is Zach Myers. We're missing our friend Paulie Tamale this week. And sorry for the late podcast. We will see you next week, you nerds. And you may even see 2 this week. Who knows? Talk to you later, dummies.
Suck it.